Hi, I'm Clara Hughes, 6-time Olympic medalist. I'm here in Lutsel Ke by invitation of the Lutsel Ke Nene First Nation and Seapaws to have an outdoor winter adventure experience and a cultural experience as well here in the town of Lutsel Ke. I first came into contact with Lutsel Ke in the summer of 2010, a season away from winter. So I've experienced this land on the Great Slave Lake, specifically the East Arm, by way of kayak on a trip with my husband Peter. And he had talked to me for years about the East Arm of the Great Slave Lake and how we had to come and explore. We finally did, and I always knew I would be back. I didn't know it would be in winter, but I can tell you that the experience in the winter time is just as magnificent and adventurous as in the summertime. Thaidene and Nene is the land of the ancestors, and after the kayak trip I did here in the East Arm of the Great Slave Lake, I learned of the initiative that is happening to make this area a national park. I also learned of the culture and the history and the ancestors. This is the land of the ancestors, and I was able to have that shared with me by some of the elders here in Lutsel Ke, and it really stayed in my heart. And for me, it's so important to protect this land and protect this culture, but also to share it with other people. As an outsider, as a Southerner, I've had the most incredible experiences here. People are so open and welcoming, and they share their culture, their history, their knowledge, and their connection to the land. And I really hope that other Canadians and people from around the world can come up here and experience the same things that I've experienced that will stay with me for a lifetime. Some of the things I've experienced in Lutsel Ke have been taking part in a drum dance, watching hand game tournaments, scraping the moose hide with an elder named Madeline Catholic, and learning that art that is still in practice today. That and other experiences like going out on the land, going out on this great body of water when it's frozen on the skidoos, and going and exploring, learning how to set a trap line, learning how to make a quincy in the snow, a little snow cave for the wintertime in case you get stranded out in this cold landscape in the wintertime. I've learned how to gut a fish and prepare it for the fire, things that I didn't learn growing up in Winnipeg. So I feel like I'm leaving the north and leaving this land with all of this arsenal of skills that hopefully are going to come in handy in my life down south. One of the great things that I've been able to see 3 years ago and then again here in this visit is the connection that the youth have with their land, the sharing that their grandparents have given to them, bringing them out on the land as they grow up, teaching them all of the skills that they learned growing up in this land. I had the chance to go out on the land with one of the youth of Lutsel Ke named Jake Basil, and he was able to share with me the sharing his grandparents gave him and the knowledge and experiences he has being out on the land. And now he feels like he's an ambassador to this place. He's going to be one of the young people sharing and showing and making it a viable place. When Thaidene and Nene is officially named a park, these young people are going to be the stewards of the park. I honestly didn't know about the East Arm of the Great Slave Lake, let alone Lutsel Ke, and let alone now Thaidene and Nene. And what I would say to anybody who is looking for adventure is you do not need to go an ocean away to find that adventure. I flew in from Calgary a few days ago. Lutsel Ke is a hop, skip, and a jump away, and the adventure here is endless. There is something for everyone. And not only the outdoor adventure, the cultural sharing, the history here is so rich. It's right in our own country. The north is where it is at. We do not need to go somewhere else in the world to have an epic adventure.